Greetings, everyone, and welcome to a truly special online event today. It's called Connect with Reverence and Ceremony to the Spirit Wisdom of Plant Medicine for Self-Realization, Integration, and Healing. My name is Stephen Dinan. I'm the founder and president of the Shift Network, and I'm really so grateful that we're now at this day where the world is beginning to awaken to the power of ancient lineages that work with sacred plants in a way that really has deep reverence and respect, and that can open a portal to new possibilities for ourselves. And we're going to get to dive into this with a remarkable man who's coming to us from the Andes in South America and Peru. He's become a beloved teacher to the Shift Network, a real healer on every level. His name is Puma Fredy Quispe Singona. He's a medicine man, he's a lineage holder, and he's just a radiant source of love for all beings. So thank you, Puma, for joining us here today.
Thank you, Stephen. Happy to be here. Happy to be in ceremony with you.
Well, I know that we're going to have this time together, and I'm super excited to share that we're going to have a program with Puma that we'll share about later in the hour. And we want to get rolling here because I know you've got some rain en route, and we want to have some fire portion of the ceremony. So I want to let you, Puma, just go ahead and set a ceremonial space for us, and so that we can begin to activate a more sacred connection with these beautiful plants that we're going to be talking about.
My wonderful family, my wonderful community, connecting with the powerful spirit of these master plants has been the most powerful way of reaching the depths of the heart of the cosmos of Pachamama. We're going to access through these sacred portals with the help of this master plant. Breathe deeply. That deep breath is the power of connecting with Mother Earth. Mother Earth has beautiful children, beautiful plant spirits. And Mother Earth is always blessing us with her powerful elemental forces. Most of these powerful elemental force is coming from the sacred master plant. As you think about this Huachuma medicine, San Pedro, the sacred cactus, cousin of the peyote, call in the spirit of this plant and breathe in the energy of this sacred plant. The breath changes. Immediately, as you breathe in, the spirit of the plant is with you now, and it's filling your whole self. Just as we started doing that, the rain arrived, which is also one of the blessings of this sacred master plant. Call on the spirit of Ayahuasca, the sacred medicine from the Amazon, the sacred vine, and the sacred chacruna plant, who is a very powerful spirit. And now breathe in its energy. And now your breath completely changes again. This is the power of our sacred master plants. Connecting with the spirit of these plants is very important for us. Ask this spirit for a blessing. Ask this spirit for healing. What do you need right now? Take a few seconds to just connect with the spirit of these master plants. San Pedro has the power to open your heart, to open your mind, and to heal your whole emotional, psychological process. Ayahuasca has the power to reset whatever biological, physical processes you're going through. It has the power to work in your very cells. Breathe in deeply and receive the blessings of this sacred plant. Receive the powerful medicine of these master plants, of this spirit. As soon as the spirit is here with us, the rain stopped. It probably will move to another part of our community while we're together today, sharing about this sacred medicine and this powerful ancestral spirit. Breathe in deeply 3 times. Each breath connects you with the spirit of the plants. Give thanks to our sacred Huachuma San Pedro spirit. Give thanks to our sacred Ayahuasca spirit. And with this deep gratitude, we will now continue with our ceremony.
Well, thank you for inviting us into such a sacred depth right at the start. And normally we share a little bit more personal backstory, and I think it'd be great to do that now and maybe share a little bit about how you were really raised in a lineage from the time of 8 to do healing work and the role that these sacred plant medicine allies have had in that journey.
I was very honored to work with the Shipibo Masters to access the world of ayahuasca. Way back when I was 12 years old, the sacred medicine called on me to be in ceremony. I was actually originated with these sacred traditions working with the people from Pucallpa, Iquitos, in the Amazon of Peru, and also with the Yawanawa lineage from Brazil. It's a powerful, rich lineage that works with these ancestral medicine plants. I was initiated by the masters of the coast of the north who work with San Pedro, the sacred Huachuma. And both of these lineages are completely different, but they were also very important pathways for me in order to connect with these plant spirits. And now I can share this medicine, their wisdom, their knowledge with the whole planet.
Well, for those who are not as familiar with ayahuasca or Huachuma or San Pedro, it would be great, I think, to provide a little bit of context of how these plants are used in ceremony and how the healing traditions that have sprung up around them, and how what's the possibility for us wherever we are in the world to connect in with those lineages, even without necessarily participating directly with ingesting the plants.
The spirit of these master plants is very ancient. It comes from times that it came from the stars, arrived to this planet, and it became plants. And it has been helping the evolution of human consciousness for thousands of years. So for us, the most important part is to connect with the spirit of these sacred plants. It's like calling on angels. It's like calling on guides, calling on guardians, calling on doctors. It's this powerful opportunity we have to work with these sacred spirits. Anywhere and everywhere we are. In these times especially, the sacred plant wants to be present in our awakening process, in our healing process throughout the planet. That's why it is accessible and it is available throughout the planet now. And it wants it to be that more people need to access the power of this plant. What we're missing is the connection to the spirit. And this is the most important part available to us right now. This is what I want to share with all of us in ceremony.
Can you describe a little bit more about your experience of the spirits of both ayahuasca and Huachuma?
In our spiritual path, ayahuasca becomes our sacred grandmother from the Amazon, who, with her wisdom, with her knowledge, guides my path and supports me in the healing process, in the global healing process. San Pedro also has become my guide. It puts me to sleep in order for me to wake up and reach to this superior self, this superior consciousness. This is the power, this is the sacred medicine, and this is the sacred spirits that I walk with together in our spiritual path.
Hmm. Can you describe the actual ceremonies that are typical so we can get a bit of a feeling for the context of how people work as a group with these sacred allies?
I would like to say we will be working with the spirit of these master plants, which is one part of the ceremony, is one part of the process. The most important part, I believe, because when you connect with the spirit of the plant will manifest for you the physical medicine for you to one day have a physical communion with it. The right shaman, the right guide, the right protector for you to have this ceremony. The most important part is to connect with the spirit of these plants. And you can do that by calling on them in a prayer. You can do that by calling on them with your intentions, in your meditations and your whatever that you're going through emotionally, psychologically, physically. These master plant spirits can help you heal immediately. They're powerful, miraculous spirits that are available for us in this planet to access their healing energy.
So what I hear is that these plant spirits have developed a lot of expertise in the healing process for humans over these thousands of years as well. So that they're sort of like master doctors of the spirit world. It sounds like.
Yes, we call them our doctors. By calling on the spirit of the sacred plants, we're connecting with this powerful medicine, and they can actually heal our body, our mind, our hearts. When we work with the medicine, we usually work at night. We work in the mountains with San Pedro. The San Pedro is the medicine of the highland, of the coastal part of Peru. And when we work with ayahuasca, we usually work at night because we need to connect with the cosmic spirit, with the stars, with the planet. And for that reason, we work usually at night. And the sounds, the whistles, the songs, the ícaros are all part of the sacred instruments of healing that these master plans, that these sacred spirits have for us.
I'm wondering if you can bring us into that ceremonial context a bit with perhaps a little Icaro or something that helps us to kind of connect with the feeling of what it is like to participate in a ceremony.
Thank you so much, Stephen. I hope you were asking for this because the medicine is basically in these Icaros, in these whistles. This was a gratitude Icaro to give thanks to Mother Earth for the wonderful blessings you're receiving with the sacred rain, with the sacred water. We do work with master plants that come from the Amazon, so they always work with the water element. And this was a gratitude Icaro. And I would like to sing the song that comes for Pachamama with that. Taira 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 rai taira 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 rai 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 Santa Tierra Pachamama medicina necesita medicina para mí. Taira 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 rai taira 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 rai 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 Taira 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 rai rai medicina Pachamama necesita para mí.
Beautiful. It really transports us into the ceremony with you. So Wondering if you could share a bit more about the specific way that we connect with the spirits of these plants. I've heard you say that we should just invoke them into our space. Is there particular preparations or rituals that help to establish that more bidirectional relationship?
Um, First, the most important part is that we need to know that these are beings. It's like people in the spirit world, in the invisible world for these eyes. And when we call on them, we need to introduce ourselves. And we need to tell them sincerely why we're calling on them. And we need them in our healing process. We need them in our awakening process. We need them in these times when human consciousness has been so limited and has been asleep for too long. And in this awakening process, we need their help. We need their guidance. We need their healing. We need their support. So we need to tell these spirits that we need them. And then once we connect with them, we need to become best friends with them. That's why I say, when you work with these master plants, remember to connect with the spirit of the plant directly. And your communion and your connection with the spirit of the plant needs to be more powerful than your connection to the lineage, to the tradition, the ceremony, the ritual, or even the shaman. So for this reason, your connection needs to be firsthand with the spirit of the plant. And you do that by invoking on them, by honoring and acknowledging them, by knowing them to be living, intelligent, powerful spirits.
Once you've established that right relationship with them as powerful spirits, how does it typically unfold? Do you have like an actual dialogue and consciousness with them, or are you just receiving more energetic blessings? I noticed when you were doing the ikaro, the whistle, it's like there's a lot of things that seem to happen via more of a sound healing or a vibrational transmission rather than just words.
Yes. Um, Ayahuasca works more on the psychological process. That's why it's a visionary plant, mistakenly called a hallucinogenic, and maybe one of the reasons why many people call it a drug. It's a visionary plant. These leaves, these chacruna leaves, are responsible for us to be able to access that world of geometries, that world of energy dimensions, the parallel dimensions of life, time, past, present, future, um, parallel multi-universe or multiverse. So ayahuasca works a lot in our psychological process. It's a key to many portals. And sound works as a very important instrument to move us through these portals. As we're whistling, as we're singing, we're opening up portals of healing, portals of powerful medicine. And San Pedro works more on the process of feelings. It's a very physical plant. They love the San Pedro medicine, the San Pedro spirits is more for us to open our hearts, to open our mind, to reach that superior consciousness through feeling unconditional love, through loving everyone in our family and our community. A lot of the work with San Pedro is more about feelings, sensations, and these sacred blessings.
It's beautiful. Well, it sounds like that a lot of times historically there was more of the lineage of ayahuasca coming from the Amazonian area, and then the lineages were a bit separate. Do you find that working with both medicines are they very complementary to each other? Or they sort of offer is it better to work with both plant spirits than just one?
I work with both plant spirits because of the communion to the sacred lineages that I was privileged to access. And I discovered that in temples such as Chabin, there are evidence of over 5,000 years that our ancestors used to work with both of these plants. In their carvings in the monoliths, there is evidence of them using San Pedro and using the chacruna and the ayahuasca vine in their journeys, in their healing work, in their um, initiations. Back in these times, this sacred medicine was only available to a very specific privileged hierarchy: leaders, high priests, high priestesses. It was not available for everybody. It is only now in these times that these sacred plant spirits want to reach the whole planet and want to make happen these miracles for all of us in ceremony.
Hmm. Can you share a little bit more about that? I've been intrigued myself at how there's been this great spreading out of these medicines around the world very rapidly, really in the last 10, 20 years, maybe. Do you have a sense for, a little bit like how these medicines, the role they play in the larger collective shift in consciousness that you've described?
The world is feeling too much stress, is overloaded with too much emotional heaviness from everything that we're going through. We live in the most amazing times, and yet we're having the most of the crises, the most of the struggles, the most of the hardest processes. We're not being able to take care of ourselves, of our family, of our community with the efficiency that is necessary. We're not being able to take care of life on this planet with the intelligence and the efficiency that is needed. Here is where these master plant spirits come in. They will guide us to recognize Mother Earth as powerful living being, as powerful intelligent systems at work, and powerful cosmic forces protecting the sacred planet, and therefore protecting us as of humanity. These master plants are coming in these times to relieve that stress, to relieve that heaviness in our hearts, to open up the vision, to open up the third eye, for us to see through the veils of our limited mentality, of our ego.
Mm. I'm feeling like I would love to invite you to share a story and of an experience that you had working with either of these plants that led to something really profound shifting in your life as a result.
I really enjoy working with ayahuasca because it takes me to the world of the plant spirits. It takes me to the world of the goddesses, the mermaids. It takes me to the world of the grandmother of Pachamama, Mother Earth, the cosmic mother. And my favorite highlight about working with ayahuasca is that I connect with our cosmic star family, star community. There is like an ascension that happens where we leave the consciousness of this earth and we connect with our original consciousness, which is cosmic, which is of the stars, of the sun, of the light. And one thing I would highlight about San Pedro is after you drink San Pedro, you are never the same person again. And after so many years working with the plant, I continue discovering the new me. There is so much to learn about our personalities. And you know how we say we have our soul and then we have our human personality. So our human personality can change according to the processes we're going through, according to the times, according to the powerful changes happening in the planet. And in these times, tired and overloaded with a lot of fear and stress, San Pedro gives you a new personality, one that is full of joy, one that wants to be very busy looking after the family. It connects you with that unconditional love.
Beautifully shared. So I'd love for you to share a little bit about how to integrate the experiences that you do have, either with communing with the plant spirits directly or working directly with the medicines in their physical form. How do you approach the whole journey of integration and weaving it into your daily life?
For us, this is the most important part, Stephen. Once we have had experience with the spirit of these master plants, whether with the spirit or whether with the actual plant medicine, the integration process is the most important. That's where our real work begins. That's where the work of the shamans, where the work of the sacred traditions, of the powerful wisdom begins. When we don't have that backup, when we don't have that support, in the integration process, we could miss on the powerful, miraculous gifts of these sacred plant spirits. And instead of it benefiting us, it could actually put on more of work on ourselves. And even that can be transformed and changed by connecting directly with the spirit of the plant and asking for a gentle integration process, for absolute clarity, for you to see not only the abstract 3D, 4D, 5D, 6D images, but for you to see in this 3D world as if you were watching in a movie, so that it's crystal clear the messages, the discoveries, the powerful intelligence that you're having access to thanks to these master plans. So integration is where our real work begins. That's where our communion with the plant spirit is very strong.
Beautiful. How do we? I know we started this journey today with working with some breathing in. So let's talk a little bit about how to work with the breath, both for preparation during a time of communion with the plants, and then also afterwards.
So in every breath, we bring in the energy of the spirit we're surrounded with. And we're surrounded by the spirits that we call on. For us, in our shamanic practice, if we call on the birds, then we're surrounded by the winged ones. If we call on the plants, then we're surrounded by vitality and healing. If we call on the sacred four-legged animals like the jaguar, the puma, we're surrounded by connection to Pachamama, to her sacred nature. So we're surrounded by sacred spirits according to how we're calling on them. When we breathe in, we're taking in this spirit and we're becoming one with it. And when we become one with it, the very nature of these plants, the very nature of these animal spirits become our nature. So with that nature, we can be of best service to our family, to our community. We can help heal our family and our community. Plus, it will benefit ourselves in a great way, because you will have the eyes of the jaguar who sees the soul. You will have the eyes of the owls or the eyes of the condor who see the bigger picture and see everything from above. You will have the vitality and strength of the Renaco tree of the Amazon, which is 10 times stronger than oak.
That's really evocative and beautiful. I wonder if you could share a little bit more about how this reconnection with animals and plants and the natural world really is at the heart of this path. That it's sort of that we extend our family connection to all of Pachamama and all of the citizens of this planet, and that really does create a whole different kind of relationship with living here.
In these times, when we're going through powerful evolution process, is most important for us to recognize that in this evolution journey of all of the children of Mother Earth, the plants and the animals are ahead of us by many steps. And ever since thousands of years here in the Andes, we considered that the plants are our older brothers and sisters. They're the older children of Mother Earth. The animals are our older brothers and sisters. They're the older children of Mother Earth. We're sort of like the last species, the young one, the one who is still competing instead of cooperating, like every intelligent system works on Mother Earth. So we're accessing that evolved intelligence, we're accessing that superior consciousness by connecting with the plants, by feeling their spirit within our energy field, within our ceremonial space, by calling on the powerful spirit of the animals and accessing their nature, which is far more advanced than our nature.
Beautiful. That's so beautifully shared. Well, I want to invite you to, however you're really guided, to take us a little bit more into a direct experience again. We opened with prayers. I think people haven't necessarily been fully prepared for that, and so maybe there's another opportunity here for us to connect directly with the plant spirits for some guidance or healing.
So we need to call in the spirit of Apuachuma, San Pedro, the sacred plant of self-realization, of awakening the consciousness, of opening our minds, opening our hearts, that will allow us to think with our hearts and feel with our minds. That level of evolution. So we call on San Pedro and we say, San Pedro medicine, welcome to my sacred space, welcome to this sacred energy field. And you breathe in. And with every breath in, you are taking in the power of San Pedro. You are taking in the spirit force that is immediately opening up your heart. It could make your stomach a little bit heavy, and both San Pedro and ayahuasca do that because they work on all of our accumulated emotional stuff, which is here in the stomach. So often it calls on purging. And so sometimes you feel a little bit heavy in the stomach when you call in San Pedro. It's all part of the process. No need to be afraid. You call in the spirit of ayahuasca, sacred medicine from the Amazon. And as ayahuasca, this vine of the soul, connects you with your soul, it immediately puts you in that nature of your soul who sees everything, who is connected to everything, who is missing on nothing. And that level of consciousness, that level of vision, that level of well-being is being integrated with each breath. So you breathe in. As we're doing that, the thunder gods are activating that process for ourselves. And it's saying that in the earth, there is too much accumulated heavy energy, emotional energy that the collective has created through fear, through stress, through worries, through tensions. And immediately you see the difference. When you breathe in the spirit of San Pedro, and when you breathe in the spirit of ayahuasca, we always complete our connection with this master plant by saying thank you. San Pedro Apuachuma is the original name. Thank you, ayahuasca, vine of the soul. And we're complete.
Beautiful. Can you share a little bit more when you're doing the or blowing, or how does that work in a healing context? What are you doing there?
In the beautiful shamanic world of San Pedro and ayahuasca, we work together with the sacred tobacco. And the tobacco is a very important companion. In the pipe, here we have the spirit of the hummingbird, which is the spirit for the new era. And with the tobacco, every time we breathe out, we're breathing out medicine. Can you believe in the ayahuasca sessions, when people are having frightening experiences, or when they're seeing what they don't like, or when they're having too hard or too intense of a process, you can change that with only one breath. All you have to do is, and it's like changing the channel of the TV. You don't like a program, you look at another one. The beauty of that is your breath gives you the control. You need to master the breath to give you control of the process of the experience. And the medicine works with your breath. And the shamans work with the tobacco and the breath.
Beautiful. And tobacco is also used in the context with the with Wachuma as well?
Yes, with mainly with ayahuasca. With Wachuma, you can use any beautiful complementary ally, complementary guide or guardian. For example, with Wachuma, we can use coca leaves. With Wachuma, we can use Palo Santo as much. We use music from other instruments. We use herbal teas that make your stomach processes gentle, like could be nettles, it could be chamomile, it could be other plants that we take for our process to be very rich. So San Pedro is more open to many plant spirits and to many other elements to work with. Ayahuasca is not. Ayahuasca works specifically with the tobacco and the plants of the Amazon when we're doing the dietas, when we're doing the preparation process, the cleansing process, and initiation process to work with the medicine.
So you spoke a little there about the dieta or the preparation for working with ayahuasca. Is there some version of that's worthwhile or powerful when we're connecting just with the plant spirit without the actual physical medicine as well?
Even for connecting with the spirit of these sacred master plants, you must prepare yourself physically. And physically, you prepare yourself by making your diet very light on you, by making your diet completely different to what you're usually used to. Not too many spices, not too much salt, not sugar, not too much meat, no alcohol or whatever that you might be dependent of. Especially, this is why ayahuasca is very important for addictions. It can heal any type of addictions. Of course, it's a process, it's a treatment that the medicine takes you on to do that. San Pedro is more open, but San Pedro likes for you to have a lot of herbal tea and liquid fastings. San Pedro is more about fasting rather than the diet. Ayahuasca is more about the diet and about a conscious connection with these sacred plants in preparation. The other part of the preparation is emotional. You need to feel that you're communing and connecting with powerful ancestral spirits that are here to help you in every way possible. And psychologically, you need to prepare your intentions. You need to tell the medicine what you need help with, specifically, what you need support, what you need guidance, what you need clarity for.
With the intentions, how important is it to have that really succinct or very kind of a short intention that you can remember when you're opening up a sacred space?
The most important intention is that you become one with the medicine. Because once you take San Pedro, that medicine is within you for the rest of your life. Once you take ayahuasca, this medicine is within you for the rest of your life. The most important intention we ask is for you to become one with the medicine so that ever always you have access to the medicine's powers, to the medicine's magic, to the medicine's healing energy. The next intention needs to be that it's a gentle process so that it's not too intense, because when you don't ask specifically for this intention, it can be an experience that was too intense for you and it was too overwhelming. So it's important to ask for a gentle process.
And beautiful. So those the gentle process, and then there's a more personal intention after those two first ones.
Yes. So the personal intention is always healing. Both medicines are 100% medicine. They can heal your body, your mind. They can heal your heart, and it can produce miraculous changes. Like literally, your life can change overnight in a matter of minutes. Both of these sacred plant spirits have the power to influence your whole way of seeing life, your whole way of living life, and by that, making your service in this planet greater.
Hmm. Can you give an example from somebody that was introduced to one of these medicines and then went through a really rapid change into a whole different mode of service in the world?
So, for example, a lot of people believe that we need to do everything by ourselves, that everything that we take on in life, we have to take care of and we have to process ourselves. When you work with San Pedro and with the ayahuasca spirits, they become your helpers, they become your um, supporting allies, and you never feel alone. You always feel like this there is this intelligent, powerful force ready to assist you at any time whenever you're doing this service to our family, to our community.
Beautiful. Well, Puma, you're just a wealth of so much beautiful insight into working with these plant medicines and really as a portal to a whole different relationship with our planet as well. So I want to spend a bit of time now speaking more about your program that we are blessed to be creating with you. So Puma is going to be creating a full 7-week immersion to dive into this on a much deeper level. It's called Working with the Plant Spirits of Ayahuasca and Wachuma, Entering Botanical Portals to Higher Consciousness with Reverence, Respect, and Right Relationship. It's going to be a 7-week journey. There's no prerequisites for this. It's really if just you feel the heart and soul pull to learn more. You might have had experiences directly with these medicines or others in the past. You might not understand those fully and you want to be in a deeper relationship. You might just be curious about this as an adjunct to other spiritual practices and really as a vehicle to understand a more shamanic, indigenous way of working with the natural world as allies in our healing. And Puma, I'd love for you to share in your own words, first of all, why you're offering this program and what's the value of taking this journey with you?
My first feeling, my brother Stephen, is because these plants are reaching out throughout the whole planet, our global family needs to be prepared to connect with this spirit. And they need to be prepared emotionally, they need to be prepared physically, they need to highlight their integration process on love and healing intergenerational trauma, intergenerational processes. For this reason, I would like to share the wisdom and the tradition of our sacred lineages here of both medicine plants to help the process for people to commune with it in a more powerful way, and also to assist and support in the integration process for those brothers and sisters who had communion with it and they're still integrating.
I think it's great to make really clear that you do not need to work with the physical plants themselves for this program. That is entirely at people's discretion, but working directly with the plant spirits is the heart and soul of the work, as Puma has really shared. So in Module 1, Puma, you're going into the sacred origins of ancestral plant medicine. You want to share a little bit about what you're going to do there?
I would like to share about the legacy that our ancestors left us in working with both of these medicinal plants from the pre-Incan cultures that used to work with it thousands of years ago. The powerful evidence of how they used to see these plant spirits as actual deities, as actual gods that helped humanity evolve, that helped humanity in the hardest processes of evolution.
Module 2, Wachuma, Higher Consciousness Medicine.
We will begin working with this sacred plant spirit. This plant is going to open our heart and it's going to open our mind to access this higher consciousness. We are never the same person after we work with Wachuman. We directly experience that with the spirit of the plant.
Module 3, feeling with your mind and thinking with your heart.
We will pray into this cup of water and call in the spirit of the master plant. And we're going to drink the spirit of this medicine physically as water, but with the spirit of the plant. And it's going to help us open our hearts. It's going to help us open our minds to this evolved consciousness, to this superior self.
Well, how fascinating. I didn't know you could even do that with water. So looking forward to that. Module 4 is on ayahuasca, vine of the soul, medicine of the gods.
We will have direct connection with the spirit of the Amazon, with the power of the plants, with the power of the sacred lineage of the soul, the shamanic rituals and ceremonies in preparation for calling in the spirit of this plant.
Module 5, the cosmic rebirth of a new humanity.
So, ayahuasca, we believe, according to our ancient traditions, is responsible for creating wiser, more intelligent, more generous human beings. So for this reason, when you connect with the spirit of ayahuasca in a cup of water, we're going to call in the spirit of it. And when you drink, you're going to connect with this consciousness, the way our ancestors work with it.
Module 6, strengthen your connection with sacred plant spirits.
In this module, we usually have a ceremony of visualization, of calling in these powerful guardians, these masters that work with these master plants. So it's a whole team, it's a whole circle of spirits that are working with us that we need to connect with.
And finally, module 7, integration, the real journey begins now.
In this part, I really want to focus on what the course has been for us and how we have received so many miracles, so many magical powers, and how that was just the beginning steps. That really this is going to continue throughout our life. That this needs to become a connection with Mother Earth and with these master plants for our whole lifetime so that we can receive the continuous guidance and healing.
Well, it's truly going to be a mind-expanding, heart-opening, and truly blessed journey, I know, with all who choose to join you. So I'll share a little bit more about it. So you get not only the 7 90-minute sessions with Puma, there's also going to be ritual practices, ceremonial practices. You'll get recordings, video and audio of every session, so you can go back and really go over sections that you might have missed or want to go do again. You'll get word-for-word transcripts as well as weekly practices that you can do at home. In previous programs, we learned that Puma was prepared by his grandfather to act as a world healer. And so this is kind of a container for world healers that are working together on their own healing and the collective healing. So it's a very powerful container for your work as well. On the page, you're going to see there's also a number of great extra bonuses to enhance the value of this. There's the prayer of Apu Wachuma, the medicine of dreams. That's a video teaching from Puma. There's a video dialogue with Puma and Maestro Don Pedro called The Sacred Medicine of Apu Wachuma. There's Cure, the power of communion with our sacred plant spirits. It's another separate video teaching. And the power of medicine songs, another separate video teaching. Puma, you want to share anything about any of those extra bonuses people get?
They will be wonderful, fun experiences for you to meet my wonderful mentors. I had wonderful mentors in this sacred plant work. And these are our elders who are very close to us, who are sharing from their hearts, as elders. Some of it has a lot of protocols, a lot of rules. Some of it has beautiful stories. And the prayers are bringing beautiful portals opening up for you to learn how to pray with these spirits, with these master plants.
Well, those are wonderful extra bonuses for this program. And I should also say there's one special bonus, or rather 5 bonuses I'm sorry, 10 bonuses when you sign up by midnight tonight. These are actually 10 separate video sessions from our 2021 summit called The Future of Plant Medicine. So it's broadly about working with herbs in a co-creative way and for healing, and sort of a subset in the sacred medicine or psychoactive category. These are special sessions with Adriana Ayalos, who's focusing on indigenous plant medicine, Saja Popham, Lucy Jones, Julia Graves, Rosita Arvigo, really some of the most eminent pioneers in this work globally. So you get all 10 sessions of these selected sessions from 2021 Summit. So I encourage you also to read through some of the testimonials on the page. Some beautiful testimonials from people who have worked with Puma in previous shift programs, and we just love his simplicity and genuineness, his authenticity of transmission. There's just a vast wisdom that gets channeled into really powerful, succinct teachings to live a more sacred life. And I just know you're going to feel blessed by this connection to this beautiful wisdom carrier from Peru. Give a tune in, and if you're getting the yes, there's really no risk, since there's a money back guarantee of your satisfaction, and a lot of potential beauty can unfold in your life as a result of establishing this connection and deepening the connection for many. So that's what we're offering. And Puma, let's go back to you, and anything that's still on your heart you want to share with folks who are considering embarking in this journey with you, and then maybe we can close out with another prayer.
I would like to remind you that the invitation is directly coming from the plant spirits. Your invitation is coming directly from Pachamama. And all the healing and all the powerful experiences that you will experience are also coming directly from Pachamama. I am here for you only to witness with you the miraculous powers of connecting with the sacred spirits. So hope you join me.
Would you do a prayer blessing ritual end for us?
Infinite blessings. Much love, my wonderful family. Thank you for connecting in this beautiful way with our sacred spirits of these master plants.
Thank you, Puma, for sharing this space with us and being a vessel for this wisdom to come through you, and an emissary for these beautiful plants, and with so much to help us heal and help us grow in this time of great changes. So thank you, Puma, for being an emissary of that blessing.
Muchas gracias. Thank you so much, my brother Stephen. And thank you so much to our brothers and sisters who are joining me.
Thank you all indeed. You get those 10 sessions from the future of plant medicine. So thank you so much all, and thank you, Puma.
Muchas gracias.